we will want to create our automated email, which links to our landing page. So just a reminder, let's go to our landing page and scroll right to the bottom. We have this freebie form that we've made. So they can sign up for the free guide. And at the moment, that doesn't actually link to any email. So it currently goes to our thank you page, which is great. And you can see which form we have connected. But we want to make sure that now goes to a campaign as well. So to do that, we're going to go into another tab. We're going to go to email campaigns. We're going to go to new email campaign. And we have a choice between email broadcast and email sequence. So a broadcast is a one-off campaign sent for a time you're choosing or when you schedule. And an email sequence is a campaign which you don't actually send, but it's sent on various triggers. So a trigger could be when someone fills out a form, when someone pays for a checkout or offer. So on this occasion, we're going to choose an email sequence, and we want this to send every time someone fills out our free form guide. So let's type in subscribe form automation, click continue. We have our lovely template already made, so let's click on the generic templates. Click on get started. We're going to give a title which can be subscribe freebie. Only you see this anyway. And then it takes you to this page. So we have a choice. When do we want this email to go? So we would want this to be day 0. So it's a bit confusing. You'd think day 1 would mean straight away, but this one is actually day 0. And that means it will be sent immediately. For follow-up emails, that is when you can change the date. So if you want it to go 2 days after, you would change it to day 2, and you can change the time here on the right. But we're going to make this day 0. We can choose a subject. So in a subject, try and not use the words free or anything too spammy, because we don't want this to go to anyone's junk. So you could literally say something like, thank you for subscribing, but probably a little bit less boring than me. And then we can have a preview text, which is just the little snippet of text that goes after the subject. And this can often just be like the first line of the email itself. So we could just say something like this. It's great to have you on board. Once you're happy with that, we can click save. And then we want to edit our template we've got. So at the moment, this is going to be a generic one, but we just want to turn this into the information we need and to actually upload the document that we're giving away. So you've got most of the job done already. So you've got your logo, you might have a banner that you want to use. So let's change this background to white to make it look less horrible. And then we could just change some of this text. So Kajabi has a good starter point already here. We can just change this to please download your free guide below. We can change how you want this to be aligned. So you might want this bit to be central, for example. We'll keep that to the left. That's great. And then for our button, we would then want to choose to go to download a file. And then you can just upload the file of your choice that you want to give them. So you could always send them to a landing page with the form, with the guide on as well, but we don't really want them to click too much. And then you could either, for this section, we could potentially add some kind of offer where they could try and get them to buy coaching with you, for example. So you could link this to one of your checkout pages once you've made them. But on this occasion, I'm just going to delete this. And then the socials, I want to remove that for this section, but of course you can keep those as well if you want to. As we mentioned, this information below is nothing we can do about that. That's just going to pick out our address from our marketing settings. And then we're going to click save. So that looks great. Nice and easy. So now we just need to link it to the form that we have here. And it's quite confusing, but that's not actually done within the landing page itself. To link the form and the email, we're going to go into... So we're going to go back into our main menu. We're going to go to marketing. We're going to go to forms. We're going to go to our freebie form. I've already got the notification set up, which is great, so I can see when someone comes through this. And then if you scroll right to the bottom, you will see there's this automations section. So I'm going to click on add automation. And this looks confusing, but it's really nice and simple. So this is basically saying when a trigger happens, so when a form is submitted, and it's already selected the form we have. So when a freebie form is submitted, then I'm going to click Save Trigger. And then I want the action to happen. So when this happens, what happens next? So I click on Then. And I have loads of different choices what I can do. So I am going to choose the communication and subscribe to an email sequence. So we're going to click on the subscribe to an email sequence. And I'm going to choose my campaign that I just made. I'm going to click on Save Action. And then you might just want to change the wording of the new automation at the top. So this could be subscribe form automation. And then you just need to turn that on. Click Published and save. So now, as soon as someone fills out that form, they are going to receive that email almost immediately. It can normally take a minute or two, but just be patient and it will go through.